What is up, you spectacular people? It is Alley Cat back at you guys again with another Motivation Monday. And you might notice that I have a different kind of scenery right now, and I feel like talking about this openly and in kind of nice weather feels a lot better than doing it in my room or in a closed area. It's just a different change of scenery. And I just wanted to comment on that. Don't ask why. I don't know why. I just felt like it. So today we are going to be talking about probably one of the most tender and sensitive things I'll be talking about on my channel for the time being, because it's probably going to be really hard to get through, because it's something that I have a lot of personal experience and backstories on. But today we are going to be talking about suicide. Okay, before you stop watching this video and walking away because it's just too much, wait. I just want to give you guys some information on some signs of it and how you can help other people when they're showing that they're suicidal or they don't want to be here anymore or want to kill themselves, all that stuff. And it's kind of an awareness kind of video. I think that's kind of what all my videos are about, but it's really tender and hopefully really helpful. So I believe that suicide goes hand in hand with depression. And the reason I say that is because it's like you wouldn't want to feel suicidal unless you were depressed or something extremely major happened in your life to the point where you don't want to be here anymore. And depression tends to tell you things and make you believe things that aren't true about your life. It tends to tell you negative things, and it's so hard to push those things out of your head. It's hard to say, no, I do belong here. No, I am worth it. It's hard to tell yourself those things. It's hard to push them out of your head, because I've been through it. And it's just one of those things that it's a really tough thing to get through. And me talking about it will not change the fact that there are still people that are always going to go through depression and eventually escalate to suicide. And I'm just hoping that this video, by the end of it, it will somehow help some people. I know for a fact that everybody goes through depression and suicide differently. If someone tells you that they're feeling suicidal, they're going to take that differently depending on what you say to them. If you are insensitive and you say, oh, you'll be fine, don't think like that, don't think negative, that isn't going to do anything. Unless that's that type of person and they listen when you talk to them like that, that's one thing. But I'll tell you, I am really sensitive to my weakness, but I'm not going to sit here and cry over being sensitive, because it's just who I am, and I'm not going to change that per se. But when I have been going through my suicidal episodes, it's gotten better, but it's still not gone. And you can't just act like, oh, you just went through one episode of wanting to die. You just went through one episode of being suicidal. You're going to be fine. It's just one. You're done. No. It's, with me, if I tell somebody that I want to end my life or that I'm going through a suicidal episode, I don't want them to say, oh, well, you're fine. You need to buck up. You need to armor up. Come on, stop being such a wuss about it. Like, there's no reason to think negative. No. If the only way that I go through with it, I don't know about you guys, but the only way that it works for me is if someone, shows that they care rather than through their meanness and all that stuff. There's a fine line between helpful and just being a total jerk, okay? I understand if someone wants to get mad at you because, let's say, you are just talking negative back to back to back. I understand that because I'd get pretty upset if someone was trash talking themselves back to back like that, because I get that. But you need to understand what they're going through their head, because if what you're telling them isn't helping them, try a different approach. Because with me, you're going to have to try a couple approaches, and I've been working on that. And that's okay. And you guys have probably been working on that, whether you go through it or not. But this is something really serious that I think we all should keep an eye out for. If someone is sitting in the classroom or sitting like at the park or something like I am, and they're excluding themselves, they're being an introvert and they aren't talking so much, and especially if they're wearing long sleeves a lot. This is just my jacket, just by the way. If they're wearing long sleeves, if they're wearing pants all the time, even in the summertime, that's a sign of possible self-harm. Or if that you see burn scars on them, eraser burns, you might be messing around in class, but there's something deep down that's making them want to do that. And for them to say certain things like, oh, I just want to die or kill myself all the time, because I used to do that and I didn't think anything about it, but then I realized I really, really wanted to die, like literally all the time, like my entire freshman year. And I didn't realize it until someone said, you need to stop saying that. So when someone says all of those things and acts a certain way around you, that's their scream for help. Because I know I didn't want to say something. I didn't want to reach out and get help because I felt bad. I felt like a terrible person. I felt unnatural. I didn't feel okay. And the reason I want to talk about this, because I had a different video planned. The reason I want to talk about this is because last night I had a little episode, and I'm not going to share it with you guys quite yet because it's not, let's just say it's not contained of information that I want my entire family to know. But I will tell you this. Last night was not good at all. I woke up at 3 a.m. to so many missed calls from my sister because things were going pretty bad. I wanted to commit suicide on a level, that level where I couldn't, and I was trash talking myself back to back because that's all I can do when my depression beats the crap out of me. And you mix that with suicidal thoughts, it just gets worse and it doesn't stop. And I told my sister that, and she said, well, it's all about the mindset. It's all about what you tell yourself. If you tell yourself that you are a terrible person and all you can think is negative thoughts, then all you are going to think is negative thoughts. But if you tell yourself, I'm going to think positive thoughts, you will think positive thoughts. Because the mindset is pure key. And I understand that everyone deals with depression differently. And when I go through it, I say depression's taken over me. Depression's taken over my mood, my everything. But that is not true, because I have control over all of that. Because it's not like it can go away forever, but there are ways to deal with it, to cope with it. There's always a way to deal with your suicide. There's always someone to text. And if there is no one to text, call, anything like that, there are suicide hotlines. There is your family, your parents, your brothers or sisters, if you don't have brothers and sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins, anyone like that. You may not think they care, but they do. And if they haven't checked up on you in a while, check up on them, because we don't know what they're going through. You don't know. I don't know what my cousins are going through. My cousins do not know what I'm going through. There's a huge, huge, huge problem with people not being able to detect when other people are going through something as rough as suicidal thoughts and depression. And I hate to say it, but that's how the world is. And that's how the world will probably always be. And it sucks because it starts with us. And this is the best that I can do. I'll do more videos on this. Of course, doing a 10-minute video doesn't really change much, but it will change enough. And I hope that you guys realize that this is serious. Your feelings are valid. If you are going through something like this, call me. Hit me up in the comments. Do something. I will answer any time of the night. I will do what I can to help out and make it feel like you aren't alone, because none of you are alone. no matter what you go through daily. Ever. Okay. Whew. Got that off my chest. Whew. Anyways, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, whew, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope I helped some people. And I guess I will see you guys next time on Motivation Monday. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.